What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of ForneverWorld. In today's episode, we've got some stories to talk about. Okay, people, for starters, most of you may know My Hero Academia manga in this week's issue, the 18th issue of Weekly Shonen Jump's magazine, has been on break. However, we got an update, and it's not the greatest update as to what's going on with the author of My Hero Academia, so we're going to be talking about that alongside a couple of other My Hero Academia related stories. For starters, a crossover with Deadpool. Yes, it is actually a thing. My Hero Academia X Deadpool. And another unfortunate story where apparently one of the musical composers for the My Hero Academia anime has seemingly departed, so we're going to be talking about that one as well. We also got a trailer for the upcoming anime by Studio Mappa, Yasuke. Oh my god, like, yo, we're going to talk about this trailer because Studio Mappa, it looks like they really live up to the meme, they don't miss. Got a couple of small pieces of Black Clover news regarding some stuff that's going on with the 6-year anniversary, alongside a little closer look of something that was announced in the latest trailer that was released for, you know, the big announcement of the Black Clover movie. There was something in there that a lot of people pointed out to me and said, yo, this is a big deal, so we're going to talk about it. We also have a bunch of updated sales for a lot of the recent manga, such as Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Undead Unluck, Marshall, and also some series that are not in Shonen Jump but are still very popular that I wanted to include as well, and potentially we could spot some upcoming hits and things that might get anime that before we would be like, what the hell is that series? We might actually now be able to be on board and look at what's gonna pop before it does. We got a really sad story that made me respect the creator of Fairy Tail / Eden Zero immensely. Like, this story right here, I couldn't even believe, like, wow. Like, Hiro Mashima, take the work aside, this is a great person. Like, a really awesome person. We're gonna read it in a bit, and wow. And probably the biggest announcement of all of this, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure next part incoming. Oh my god. Yeah, people, we've got a lot to talk about. Without further ado, let's jump into another exciting episode of ForneverWorld, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, for starters, let's talk a bunch of My Hero Academia. Let's start off with the very unfortunate news regarding what's going on with Horikoshi, because according to this, it says My Hero Academia is confirmed to be on break in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 18 due to Kohei Horikoshi's poor physical condition. He's currently recovering and the series will come back in issue number 19. Now, again, we knew that it was on break. We didn't know why it was going to be on break this issue. Again, the issue that would be out today as of the recording of this video, April 4th. But yeah, he's having, you know, some health issues, I'm imagining, based on them saying that he has poor physical condition. So definitely sending best wishes and prayers out to him and his family. Never a good thing. Like, you know, we joked around about him having a date with Gege Akutami, but no, if he's legitimately sick, then best wishes off to him. And we can wait a week or two or however long it takes for him to get better to get the manga. But it seems as though he'll be back on his feet in issue number 19. And while we're on the topic of My Hero, we also got an update on My Hero Academia's All Might gets a cameo in the Deadpool Samurai manga. In the 9th chapter of Sanshiro Kasama and Hikaru Uesugi's Deadpool Samurai manga, My Hero Academia character All Might shows up to save Deadpool from trouble while uttering his trademark phrase, "I am here." The chapter might have released on the Shonen Jump Plus app and website on April 1st, but the official Twitter account of the service stressed that it is no prank. The chapter is currently available to read for free, so you can confirm the turn of events for yourself. That sounds so awesome, so on par for Deadpool, so awesome for All Might. And yeah, I gotta get into this Deadpool manga. Like, I've heard nothing but great things about it, and it's, I think, doing well sales wise. So yeah, I want to check this shit out. Like, yo, All Might, Deadpool, okay. And lastly, a little bit more of, again, unfortunate news for the My Hero Academia series this time. One of the composers, the musical composers, is apparently leaving the series. My Hero Academia composer Yuki Hayashi leaves agency and opens up new office. Music composer Yuki Hayashi from My Hero Academia and Haikyuu announced on his Twitter account on Wednesday that he has left his previous agency, Legendor, to go independent. Starting from April, he is starting his own office and a personal website. With his new office, Hayashi hopes to make music like a small Town Workshop or Smith. As of Friday, the list of works and news pages are still under construction. Yuki Hayashi is a self-taught composer who got to start making music for dance and athletic competitions. Besides his work on My Hero and Haikyuu, he also worked on the soundtrack to Welcome to the Ballroom and Shaman King 2021. Wow. So it sucks that seemingly he's going to be leaving. I'm imagining he also has to leave the show, right? If he's leaving his agency because they have contracts and things like that. But yeah, more power to him. I'm always empowering towards independence. Like, if you're gonna do your own thing, start up your own thing, who knows, maybe 5 years from now we could be talking about this guy Yuki Hayashi is like the biggest composer and his company has taken over the anime industry. So hopefully we get some updates, and I'm gonna keep a close eye on any news that comes out regarding this guy because I want to see him win. I love seeing independent creators do their own thing and succeed. So shout outs to him. I'm not sure again what this is going to mean for My Hero, if he already did the music, because I believe they've been working on this music since like last year, so it might already be done for this season at the very least. Next up, just a quick update on Yasuke, the upcoming anime from Studio Mappa about the legendary Black Samurai, which was actually a historical figure. Like, he existed, this guy. And man, this trailer, the action looks great. It looks like Studio Mappa once again. It's only going to be a 6-episode anime, and it's coming out April 29th, so mark your calendars, because I think it's going to just come out in bulk because it's coming out on Netflix. Like, but I'm just straight up like so excited after this trailer. It looks insane. The dub doesn't sound too bad either. The action looks great. Yasuke looks like a beast, and yeah, I'm really excited about this. I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. Yasuke anime, April 29th. The trailer looks insane. The dub sounds good. It looks like this is going to be a very good one, and I can't freaking wait. And I want to say the main voice behind Yasuke is Lakeith Stanfield, very popular actor as well. I want to say, didn't he play L in the Death Note live action, which L was pretty much the only good thing about that live action. So, yo, really hype stuff. Next up, a couple of small updates for the Black Clover series. For starters, Black Clover's 6th anniversary online exhibition is now available, so you could go to the website. I will link it in the description below so you guys could check it out, what's going on over there. I've seen a little bit of, like, they had some character designs for Leave from, you know, Black Clover anime and things like that, so it looks like some cool stuff going on there. But also, this was something that was pointed out to me. Now, in the recent trailer for the Black Clover announcement of the movie, they had a small shot, and I had mentioned it before about, like, you know, how successful it is, but it didn't register for me to really point out what was going on here, because according to this, it said in there that Black Clover announced it was the #1 Crunchyroll series in 80 countries. Basically, these are new stats, not the old one. And based on this, it says it's actually the #1 most watched anime on Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll is going to be hurting right now with Black Clover leaving, you know, Black Clover anime ending for now or until whatever goes on behind the scenes and whatnot. Yeah, Crunchyroll is taking a major loss. If this is the #1 in over 80 countries, the #1 anime, that's absolutely astronomically insane. Holy cow. Like, big ups to Black Clover. Like, again, people mistake because the manga doesn't sell that well or the manga isn't popping off that the anime side of things, like, there could be a whole other fan base that they just don't care about the manga. I think the same thing happened with Boruto. Like, Boruto anime, I've seen firsthand the stats, and sometimes Boruto having the top 10 most viewed anime of the week, and the manga doesn't translate for whatever reason, but people love the Boruto anime. Seems to be the same thing with Black Clover anime. People love the Black Clover anime in over 80 countries, but unfortunately they don't translate to the manga. Maybe they're not manga fans, maybe they just wanted to stay anime only, they didn't want to spoil themselves, whatever it may be, but yo, those are undeniable stats. Over 80 countries, #1 most watched. Like, wow. Shoutouts to Black Clover. And again, whenever I have an update on the movie or anything moving forward, I will definitely let you guys know. Okay, next up, we got some updated sales for some of the manga that have recently released in Shonen Jump. We got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 15, selling a total at this point of 1.6 million in 4 weeks. Chainsaw Man, 472,000 in 4 weeks. And then Marshall, because Marshall is one of the big ones that people are like, well, it's going to be the next one up. It's doing great. Apparently, it says Marshall has sold a total in 4 weeks of 117,000, and Undead Unluck is, like I've been saying, about half of Marshall. It is currently in its 4th week at 52,205 copies. That's still not bad. I mean, I would like for Undead Unluck to pick it up a little bit because, you know, Marshall right now is exploding, but still really dope sales. And my gosh, just Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man would have been a lot higher had it been continuing on, had it had its anime by now. Like, I really hope that the idea and the strategy behind Chainsaw Man that they've come up with of putting it in Jump Plus and still working on the anime actually pans out well. I really hope it's not like a miss with what they're doing, because Chainsaw Man, look at the sales, and it doesn't even have an anime. Almost have, like, come on. Studio Mappa, I'm excited about Yasuke, but Chainsaw Man, don't blow it. And while we're on the topic of sales, I found this to be very interesting because we always cover the sales of Shonen Jump titles. We rarely ever talk about some of the series in like Shonen Magazine or Shonen Sunday, and I got my hands on both of them. Right here, this is going to be a hit. This is definitely going to get an anime. I think there's been like murmurings that it's getting an anime. I believe it's a soccer anime, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. Blue Lock, and 2 weeks, 98,000 copies. Hajime no Ippo, I've always wondered what the sales of that are like because it's at its 130th volume. In 2 weeks, 76,000 copies for its 130th volume. Moving down, this was something that caught me off guard. Eden's Zero by the creator of Fairy Tail. I remember Fairy Tail used to do 100,000+ every first week sale of the manga. Eden Zero in 2 weeks did 35,000, almost 36,000 copies, which again, that's not bad, but for Hiromashima, I would expect that it would have a 1 in front of that 3. Like, that's genuinely why I'm a little bit worried. Like, the anime just came out, so maybe it'll boost the popularity. Well, it came out in Japan. Obviously, we won't have it until 100 years from now. Shout outs to Netflix ruining the hype around the world. But Eden Zero, Volume 14, 35,000 copies. That seems a little low, in my opinion, for a Hiromashima title. Maybe the anime will give it the boost that it needs and deserves over there in Japan, but 35,000, I don't know. And then these are from, if I'm not mistaken, Shonen Sunday new volumes. This series right here might be, honestly, for a Shonen Sunday title to be doing better than a good majority of other series. So no Frieren, Aaron, you'll be free. No, in 2 weeks, 173,000 copies, and it's only 4 volumes in. That's probably going to be a big one. Just my opinion. I think that's going to be a big one, and down the road it'll get an anime adaptation, because for a Shonen Sunday title to be doing that. And then from the creator of Inuyasha, don't be mistaken with the Yashahime. She only did like character designs, if I'm not mistaken. Mao, Volume 8. This is her latest series. In 2 weeks, 44,000. So you see, like in the other magazines, it's not like Jump where, like, you know, these series be doing astronomical numbers. Like Mao is 8 volumes in and only doing 44,000. I think it did get announced in anime, so maybe it'll pick up as well. But yeah, 44,000 from Mao. And yeah, it's an interesting thing. If you guys want to see me cover more, please let me know. If not, I won't waste you guys' time. If you want to see me cover more than just the Shonen Jump titles, manga sales, we could look at some of, again, Shonen Sunday, Weekly Shonen Magazine, because I find it interesting to see what the competition outside of the main coverage we do over here are doing numbers wise. Next up, this is a very, very big and important story. I had to cover this because I feel like this author, especially in the West, has gotten so much slander for his work. Pull the work aside, Hiro Mashima, creator of Fairy Tail, creator of Rave Master, creator of Eden Zero, is a very awesome human being. For this right here, he is a very awesome human being. So I was looking on his Twitter, and somebody had sent him a tweet, and he replied back confirming what the tweet was. And essentially, while he was working on Rave Master, there was a gentleman that came up to him that was homeless at the time, and, you know, told him like, yo, you know, I'm kind of homeless right now. I guess showed him a little bit of his skills of what he could do. And Hiro Mashima said, I bet, I'm going to put you on. And he basically gave him a job as one of his assistants for Rave Master. And all those years later, like, let's just read. Again, these are kind of wonky translations. A few people have confirmed it, whatnot. But basically, the guy said, it is true story. When I was homeless a long time ago, it was Hiro Mashima who worked like a half-living person. I'm imagining he meant like, you know, he was working really hard. He said, I was allowed to work as an assistant for Rave, which was serialized at that time, but he was a benefactor who told me he wanted to hire me, even though I didn't have a house, and he was like my brother. And Hiro confirmed that. He says, since that time, the game has been playing. It's also a good memory that I lost Mingoru, who had been working hard at that time, to Berukura-kun, who was the first to see it by an overwhelming difference. And basically in the comments, people were confirming it. The guy told the story about how Mashima hired him as an assistant of Rave Master while he was homeless. Like, I don't want to hear no more as far as, like, especially some of the disrespectful stuff people be saying. Never again. Hiro Mashima, I don't care what you feel about Fairy Tail. I don't care what you feel about Eden Zero. Likewise to me, because I've said some wild shit over the years criticizing Fairy Tail and Eden Zero. Like, I'm calling me out on it as well. No more. Like, this is a really awesome human being to do that, to basically say, I don't care if you're homeless, come work for me, I got you. And he put him on all those years ago on Raid Master, which is a scary thing to do because, you know, that's his livelihood right there. Hiring an assistant is a very big deal because, like, you got to have a dependable person that's going to be able to work and not bring issues to your job and things like that. And he gave him an opportunity, and wow, just amazing stuff from Hiro Mashima. Every time I hear, like, you know, he's a hardworking guy. He'd sometimes be working on 3 manga at once. He's had 3 hit series now, from Fairy Tail to, or Raid Master to Fairy Tail to now Eden Zero. Like, just congrats to this guy. I don't care what you feel about his series. I don't care what you feel about the writing, blah, blah, blah. Like, nah, he's an awesome human being. And then lastly, big story, big story. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure next animated part announced. Part 6, Stone Ocean with Jolene, if I'm not mistaken, should I say the last name? Jolene, anyway, from Part 6 of JoJo. It has been confirmed. Let's just quickly read. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean TV anime announced during the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the animation special event in Japan. It was revealed that a TV anime adaptation of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean is in production. A teaser trailer and the voice actor for the lead character, Jolene, okay, so they are saying it, Jolene Kujo, the daughter of Stardust Crusaders lead Jotaro Kujo, was unveiled. They spoiled it, not me. Stone Ocean confirmed. Hells yeah. Now I'm going to, because, like, it's kind of become a ritual for me. I wait until the next part is announced before I actually marathon through the latest part. I'm about like 10 episodes, I want to say, into Golden Wind, so I'm going to go finish that bad boy up probably right after I finish off my Hajime no Ippo watch through that I'm going through right now. I'm almost done with that too. I'm like 60 something into the anime. I know there's a couple other parts, but yeah, Stone freaking Ocean. Fun fact, cool little story. I was actually going to name my daughter after the main character of Part 6, Stone Ocean. I was like, yo, that's a really awesome name. It means something to me. You know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, incredible story. Jolene Kujo, let's go. JoJo's fans right now all over the world are collectively posing, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, people, a breaking story I wanted to include in this edition of Forever News. Apparently, we might be seeing the end of the author of Toriko's latest work. Very premature, because according to this, it says Build King by Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro could potentially end with chapter 20 in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 19. That's next week's issue. There's nothing confirmed with full certainty, so please wait for an official confirmation. So it's not 100% confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised. I've heard nothing but negativity about this series. Very few far in between do I ever see anybody saying anything nice about this series. I read the first chapter, I want to say even maybe the second chapter as well, and it was cool. It was okay. It was a little bit different. It kind of reminded me of like Minecraft meets like the Toriko world or something like that. But yeah, it's interesting because this is another author that had, you know, a long running, pretty successful series, like, you know, the author of Naruto, that tried to come with another work and it didn't pan out. Chapter 20. That's crazy that Shonen Jump is getting him out the magazine, if this is indeed true. I mean, I'm sure Mitsutoshi might come back with another one because, you know, he's gonna want his vengeance from getting axed again if this is true. But I'm kind of baffled right now. I didn't expect this at all. I thought that they were going to give him a little bit of a better treatment because they gave him the works with Toriko. They let him go for a long time with that series. So yeah, if this is confirmed, we'll find out for sure by the end of next week. But Build King by Mitsutoshi Shimabukuro, the author of Toriko, might be ending next week. But I'm curious what you guys think about the stories we covered in today's episode. For starters, My Hero Academia author's poor physical condition. Just send prayers and best wishes to him. Hate hearing stuff like that. All Might crossover with Deadpool. That sounds really hilarious. My Hero Academia composer leaving. I wish him nothing but success. The Yasuke trailer, just Stan Yasuke, like April 29th, Stan Yasuke. Black Clover exhibition, check it out, I'll have a link in the description below. Alongside Black Clover was #1 on Crunchyroll, 80 countries. Yeah, GOAT status, baby. Updated sales for Mashle Undead Unlugged, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, alongside the sales for the other series outside of Jump. Again, if you want to see me cover that more, please let me know. Drop a like, show love to this video so that I can know, okay, y'all want to hear more about that because I'm kind of interested in it as well. Fairy Tail author Hiro Mashima Mappa, just amazing, man. What he did, changing that man's life, giving him an opportunity in the middle of him going through a struggle, that is really dope. Like, he just went up very high on my mangaka list, not for his works, but for the person, the man himself. Amazing stuff. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean Part 6 anime confirmed. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be with David Productions. David Productions, like, yo, every JoJo fan better stand and salute David Productions for getting this far in the game. Stone Ocean, let's freaking go, Joey Lee Cujo! And your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode? But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of Whatever News. Have an awesome day.